Hey everyone, how's it going today? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Today we are going to be doing a couple things, but I'm actually recording this after I had already recorded the intro to this video and then found out my audio was all corrupted. So I'm just going to kind of go over I only did a few things before I realized, but I did do this right here. We are going to be using raw rare metals and turning that into matter. And that is going to be our main method of getting matter, I guess, right now. I actually probably need to do this now before I forget. But back on Novice, we actually have fully used both of these warehouses for rare metals now, and we are no longer voiding any, which is kind of a sad story because I would really like to be doing more from this guy, and maybe I just need to like adjust how this is happening. Like maybe I really should stop doing this and just let it run all the time and just have this priority on here. But I don't know, I have to think about that. Anyways, we definitely do want to keep using these guys, but I might start this train back up, even though we haven't used it in forever. Simply because I want, a bunch of raw rare metals coming in, and we still have a ton here that we can harvest. So I had stopped that train for a very long time because we were just getting all the raw rare metals we needed from here. But in this case, I don't think that it's going to hurt starting that back up. If we see this filling back up again, we obviously will shut the other train off again. But as it stands right now, I think that we can manage doing that. So I did do this part here. So it's not running right now, but it was. And we've been doing a lot more matter science in general. And I had made a belt over here to this warehouse for scrap because there was way too much coming out of here. But now that this isn't doing the original matter recipe anymore, I think that we'll be okay with where things are at actually for now. And what is missing here? Magnetic canisters. And why are magnetic canisters? Why are these guys? No cryonite. That's pretty rare, actually. Let me quickly check on that. Nope, we have plenty there. So is it just that the rocket hasn't come up and it's got all the cryonite in there? This is the rocket, right? Oh, launch delayed. That's why. What is in here? Ah, okay. This happens later in the video. But clearly I had forgotten to export this, and I did not mean to do that, obviously, but I did. And I guess we'll go right into here for that. Oopsies. Okay, now we'll have a rocket inbound, and things should start working again. Perfect. So from there, we are going to move on, and we're going to jump into the rest of the video, which is going to be focusing on some new tech cards. Okie dokie, everyone. So the next step of what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be finishing, or I guess not finishing because we're just starting it now, but we're going to be doing this guy right over here. And where is it? There it is. This Singularity tech card. So this is going to take some arcospheres, which we have a well, again, I think this works the same way as the other one. I believe that this will switch off between the different outputs so that it's randomized, but it's always the same inputs, which is a lambda, theta, epsilon, and omega arcosphere. And that is going to be done in a gravimetrics facility, which we have right here. And we'll just pick one of these. I don't think it matters. I'm pretty sure the output is going to be randomized, like I said, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. And then let's see, we do need to get some fluid in here because we do need the supercooled and the warm thermal fluid. So let's see, we can do this guy right here, nice. And then this, we'll go like that, I guess. We can go just like this, and then we'll go supercooled right here. And, ooh, that's just a little bit too long. So we can, I don't know. I don't think it matters that much. We're just gonna go like this, and then we'll go 1, 2, go right over here. Of course it does matter now. And people have said that, I use way too many undergrounds, and yeah, I do use a lot of undergrounds. I wish that they were a little bit better in space, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's the input for the cooled thermal fluid, and then of course the output. Then we are going to, how's this gonna work? So it outputs 8 Singularity tech cards, 4 junk data cards, 1 broken data card, blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how we're going to do the inputs, right? So this takes Deep Space Science Pack, significant data. Well, significant data we could just grab from right over here, I suppose. Like, we can just do this, I think. That's fine for this, I think. All right, that was easy for significant data. AI cores, we are going to need those. So let's do this guy. And I guess we'll just request them here. AI cores. I don't need 50 of them. We're just going to request 2. That's fine. It'll bring 10 at a time, and that will suffice. Then the Deep Space Science Pack 3 is the part that I'm most curious about how we're going to do that one. But first, let's set this guy up here. So we're going to grab this. That is a bit annoying, isn't it? Let's grab this here, actually, since this fits a little bit better with with what we've got here. Why is it? Oh, I was like wondering why that was like looking so weird, but okay. I think that that's okay. Let's get rid of that. And then this guy still looks good here. Yep. Okay, cool. And then this part. Oh, did we miss this somehow? Let's try this again. Oh, I see. It got caught on that. Okay, we'll just do that. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Get rid of that. And then this guy, we're gonna switch those. We need lambda, theta, epsilon, and omega. All right, so we got theta, lambda, epsilon, and omega, right? Yep. Okay, there we go. And then, how are we gonna do this part? I think it's gonna be, like this. And we'll do that there. We got some random naquium cubes that we don't need. That's fine. That's what I get for copy pasting stuff. Okay, then this guy, where's this hooked up to? Okay, that's hooked up to the input of this with a green wire, so we can do that. Boom. And then let's see, this guy needs to be negative versions of all these. Negative, 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 negative. And that is hooked up to this guy. And since our stack size is 12, we should be okay setting this to be our Singularity tech cards. So it'll still get them all in one stack. So if we just do pulse, this is checking just greater than 0, not specifically equal to 1, so that should be fine. And this will just set to here. Now the last part of this that is going to be the most challenging, of course. Oh shoot, we do need to deal with junk and broken data cards. I guess I'm just going to do this, honestly. There's not a great way to do this. So I'm not going to spend bothering with it, really. This, actually we're going to do this. We're going to say blacklist. And we're going to blacklist this, this, and this. Right? Those are the only outputs we don't want to pick up these guys, but we want to pick up all the arcospheres. And we can do 2 of those. Okay. that will work for that. Now, again, like I said before, the toughest part of this is going to be figuring out how we're going to regulate the creation of these guys. So, okay, so this wire right here is going to regulate what goes to here. And then I guess the only other way we're going to do it, okay, so this is going to eventually be like this, because this is going to be these guys, right? And the only way that we're really going to regulate this is going to be by counting what packs are on this belt, which means that we're going to have to, we can do it one of two ways. We can count when they come in and when they go out, or we can just like disable. I don't love counting, but we could count. We could count. I don't actually. You know what? I don't necessarily mind the counting. It's just a little bit of a pain to set up correctly. But that's honestly probably the correct solution would be to count what is on the belt. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. And then I think I have some yellow undergrounds left over. I don't know how long they are. How long are these guys? Ooh, not quite long enough. Yeah, not quite long enough. That's okay. I think I have 2 of those. If not, I think I have a handful of other ones. Yeah, this is about to get to be a little bit messy, but that's okay. Okay, I think I do have enough of those. So here's how it's gonna work. We are going to have our counter right here. Let's do it right here. Okay, and we'll use green. I like green. So we're gonna hook up this guy right over here. We're gonna say read hand contents. And we're gonna say, oops, actually we do need to whitelist this. Okay. Read hand contents pulse. And then this, we're just gonna do each times 1 output each. And that will count the packs. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here and we're gonna have our long-handed inserter that's gonna be picking them up. And what we will do, oops, not that one. We wanna use one of these guys. We're gonna do green again. We're gonna do each times -1. So basically we're going to negate everything that we pick up. Output each, and then that signal is gonna have to go back to our adder. So we'll just jump up in the air, run this across here, and then we'll be able to wire it up, just like this. So that basically that'll count that there will count the amount of packs that are on the belt and what's, oops, not that, and what's taken off. And this will have pulse for the hand mode, and I think that will suffice. Yeah, so actually we can test this out really quickly. If I come down here and I grab some, grab one of those science packs, we can make sure that counting and everything works as expected. I should have some left over. It's a long way down here. This base has gotten pretty big. Okay. I'm gonna grab, there we go, a bunch. Okay. That way we can kind of make sure. You know, I just thought of a way that you could totally cheese science packs. You could start your science pack researching, and you could go for like 95% of the way and it count as research, and then use that science pack in another recipe to get more science packs out of it. Like basically what I mean is like use 95% of one of these to get one of these, or before getting one of these, and then 95% of one of those before getting one of those. Kind of a sneaky way, but I think that'd be just like a real pain to do that. But you could do it. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to throw them all right in here. Boom. Okay, so we should see 12. I don't know that it was 12 that was actually dropped off there. It was 12 that was dropped off there. Very nice. Okay, so those are all put in there. And then over here, we should see, yep, those were all negated. Awesome. So that does work as expected. And then over here, we're literally just going to be waiting for these guys. And in fact, I'm going to grab what we need, theta, and we need 1 omega, I believe. There's an omega. Okay, snatched them. All right. Boom. Oh, snap, that is slow. All right, let's, oh yeah, that doesn't reach, that's why. Man, that would be really slow otherwise. Okay. Let's throw these guys in here. There we go. It is still pretty slow. And I don't know that we need more than one of these. I'm just gonna leave one here. Wow, that is really slow. How long does this take? Oh, 3 minutes if it were at normal speed. That's wild. Hey, check it out, 298 minutes. And actually, this... that should be... Yeah, we need to switch the things up here really quickly. So this now should be able to take... Oops, science packs. This should take this. And then we're going to add one more for this. And this is not going to be a... This is going to be a belt here. How am I gonna... This is a mess here. There we go. Okay. And I just realized that I put all these going the wrong way. So we need to flip all these around. Okay. Okay. And then we are going to jump in here. And we're going to switch this to manual. And we're going to move this back a little bit. And we are going to pick that and this. And then we're going to go to pickup. We're going to put those in there. They end up in here. Perfect. And I think then that those would be able to get included in the science packs that we are requesting over here. Let's just make sure that everything works as expected. All right, coming in for our landing. All right, cool. So it did unload those, and then here we can add these guys and add the... Oh, we gotta do it. Yeah. Okay. Add that. And there. And there. And there. Okay. Perfect. So I think we've got everything figured out for basically everything that we need to do for that science pack, which is awesome. So that, I mean, that was pretty quick. I didn't know how long that was going to take. We obviously are waiting on some naquium plates over here before all of our arcospheres, and it looks like our arcosphere system is actually in a balanced state right now, which is kind of nice to see. But once we get some naquium up here, which should be very shortly since we just had some ships come in, we should be seeing that change. We can actually send these back to Black Mirror. And actually, the next thing I wanted to do was we've been dealing with these very slow ships that are not automated. Not to mention, they don't actually carry that much material at once. We carry 2 warehouses worth, which sounds like a lot, but in reality, it's actually not that much naquium or naquitite because they only stack in 10s. So what I really would love to do is I set up this whole open area here so that this area here could be dedicated to spaceships coming in, and hopefully would house some antimatter engine spaceships. So I had set these up to start to be crafted. I don't know if they ever actually got off the ground. And I don't even remember where I did it at this point, because it's been a while since I set those up. Maybe I didn't set them up, actually. I set up these guys, obviously. But maybe I'm just imagining the fact that I set these up. Or maybe, well, let's see. What does this take? Nanomaterial, heat shielding. Maybe I set this up over... No, I don't think I set it up over there. Yeah. Okay, maybe I didn't set it up at all. I don't see it right off the bat over here. Like, you'd think that I would see it pretty quickly if it was set up. But I'm not, so I suppose we can do that. And maybe the reason I didn't do that was because our heavy materials have been severely lacking. Because our iridium has been just super, super low. So we can set these guys up here. Okay. This is gonna be... Yeah, we don't have booster tanks up here, so we'll have to grab those. We do have ion engines though, so that part is good. So let's do this. And I'm just gonna request... yeah, it's fine, it's fine. And we're just gonna make 1 stack of them. Should be fine. We need our nanomaterial still, we need superconductive cable. And then over here, we'll be able to do these guys. Do 1 stack of those, obviously, as well. These are a little bit cheaper. Still, both of them need naquium cubes, which is a bit annoying. I hate using naquium cubes, but it is what it is. And we are going to have to request a handful of these guys. What is the stack? Oh, I don't know what that stack's in. We're going to request like 10 of these, I guess, to come up with the next rocket so that we can make some of those. So that'll at least get these guys started. And these, wow, these things are huge. Look at that. But the reason we really want to use these is the ion engines are speed 2, but the antimatter engines are speed 4, I believe. Which means that it would cut the time to and from our naquium place in half. And if we cut that in half, you know, even if we, and that, assuming that we just had still only 2 of these warehouses, we would still end up going faster than we currently are. But we can probably fit more warehouses on a newer spaceship model, which would be really nice. Now, the problem with this is that we are going to have to make antimatter. And making antimatter is not super expensive, but it is expensive when it comes to running particle accelerators. So we're currently running all these particle accelerators to make ion stream for these spaceships, but you need ion, or you need not ion stream. You need, or is it ion stream you need? No, you need particle stream for antimatter stream, which is running material fabricators and running particle accelerators. The particle accelerators need sand and material testing packs, which it's easy to come by, but then you need plasma streams, which is going to look something like this. So I'm actually thinking, now this part here, we're a little bit ways away, but this over here, we could repurpose this, since these things, obviously, like most of them are not even running currently, and we could even speed these up further with some better speed modules. We could repurpose all the rest of this to power some particle accelerators to make particle stream over here, which will then be able to be used to make antimatter stream. Only other thing that this uses is thermal fluid, which not worried about. So that is kind of the goal here now, is going to be to make antimatter stream over here and then set up some spaceships here that would be able to bring in more naquitite, since naquitite is just slow to come by. And if we can have naquitite continually coming in, which we would be able to do with fewer spaceships, we probably would, number one, save power on all of this particle stream or ion stream, but we also would be able to be making science packs much more quickly. And making these science packs more quickly is going to be important. I mean, we are getting towards the end of the researches, and really the main researches we have left to do are these guys, because to win the game, well, I think I'm gonna end up doing both of the different victory conditions. Probably do the easy victory condition first, which is just the normal one, and then spend some time working on the secret victory condition. But where's the Nexus? The Nexus, here we go. Okay, so only functions on a moving spaceship. Energy use is proportional to speed. Can gain data from interstellar movement. Data generation is based on ship kinetic energy. The Nexus is designed to act as a distortion drive, and with the right technology can enable escape from the local stellar cluster. And then you'll see it applies 2000 container integrity stress. That is the main reason we need to be continuing research for the factory spaceships. We need to be able to continue increasing our spaceship structural integrity, and they get pretty expensive here. So let's go all the way back to the top. So looking here, right, this guy 4,000, and we can do this actually. We can do this right now and start it off, because this is really what we are looking to do. But coming, and we can actually go look at one of our spaceships, which these guys need to be launched, I know anyways. But looking at this, right, we currently have 2,500 total container stress that we can, or hull stress, container stress, however you want to think about it. What did that say it was? It says container stress, right? Yeah. So this is container stress. So it applies 2,000. So we would be using 2,000 of our 2,500 just on the Nexus. So that's the reason we really need to continue researching at the moment. And we're gonna have to make a big enough spaceship and fit enough stuff on there to be able to power it to escape the local cluster, right? So let's head to novice orbit with these guys really quickly. And you see this is 35 minutes with the newer spaceships. That would be, what's that, like 17 and a half minutes or something like that. So that would be really nice to cut that in half. Be able to do like one whole trip in the time that this takes just to get here. So that's really what we're going for next. Cool. So I think that we have a good launching point. And actually, I think I'm going to make a short episode today. And next time, what we'll be able to do is we'll jump right in on creating our antimatter stream section. Because that's really, like I said, that's going to be one of our biggest blockers right now, is the speed at which we can get naquium here. And if we can start getting naquium here quickly, that is gonna really speed up the rest of this run. So first things first, I guess we can do a little bit before we call it a day. I'm gonna just go like this and run this all the way across so that we can grab a pipe. be able to, yeah, that way we can build across here. And then over here, what we're gonna do, really, I mean, we can do this really quickly, right? Let's see. Should I get, should I get sand from over here? I mean, why would we not get sand from over here? Why would I set up a whole nother rocket to do what this rocket already could? I don't know. Yeah, it's just going to be getting out of here. So, but I think that we'll start that next time. So that is going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all are enjoying. We are definitely nearing the end of the series here. So stay tuned for the rest.